All right, guys, the second of the third in the Alexander books we have for you written in 1978, which was the year that I was born. Alexander, who used to be rich last Sunday. And so this has to start with, if you were given a good amount of money, you've been given $100, what would you do with it? Or what if you were given $1 million? What would you do with it? So let's find out how much money Alexander gets and what he ends up doing with it. A little bit of math. Alexander, who used to be rich last Sunday. It isn't fair that my brother Anthony has $2 and 3/4 and 1 dime and 7 nickels and 18 pennies. It isn't fair that my brother Nicholas has $1, 2/4, 5 dimes, and 5 nickels and 13 pennies. It isn't fair because what I've got is bus tokens. And most of the time, what I've mostly got is bus tokens. And even when I'm very rich, I know that pretty soon what I'll have is bus tokens. I know because I used to be rich last Sunday. Last Sunday, Grandma Betty and Grandpa Louie came to visit from New Jersey. They brought lox because my father loves to eat lox. I've never had lox. I don't even know what they taste like. And they brought my mother plants because she loves to grow plants. They brought $1 for me, $1 for Nick, and $1 for Anthony, because Mom says it isn't nice to say we like money a lot, especially me. My father told me to put the $1 away for college. He was kidding. Anthony told me to use the $1 to go downtown to a store and buy a new face. Anthony stinks. Nikki said to take the $1 and bury it in the garden, and in a week a dollar tree would grow. Mom said if I really wanted to buy a walkie-talkie that I should save my money. Saving money is hard. Because last Sunday, when I used to be rich, I went down to Pearson's drugstore and I got some bubble gum. And after the gum stopped tasting good, I got some more gum. And after that gum stopped tasting good, I got some more gum. And even though I told my friend David that I sell him all the gum in my mouth for a nickel, he still wouldn't buy it. Goodbye, 15 cents. Last Sunday, when I used to be rich, I bet that I could hold my breath till 300. Anthony won. I bet that I could jump from the top of the stoop and land on my feet. Nikki won again. I bet that I could hide this purple marble in my hand and that Mom would never guess which hand I was hiding it in. I didn't know that moms made children pay. Goodbye, another 15 cents. I absolutely was saving the rest of my money. I positively was saving the rest of my money, except that Eddie called me up and said that he would rent me his snake for an hour. I always wanted to rent his snake for an hour. Goodbye, 12 cents. Anthony said when I'm 99, I still won't have enough for a walkie-talkie. Nick said I'm too dumb to let loose. And my father said that there are certain words a boy can never say no matter how ratty and mean his brothers are being. My father fined me 5 cents each for saying them. Goodbye, dime. Last Sunday, when I used to be rich, by accident, I flushed 3 cents down the toilet. A nickel fell through a crack when I walked on my hands. I tried to get my nickel out with a butter knife and also my mother's scissors. Goodbye, 8 cents and the butter knife and the scissors. Last Sunday, when I used to be rich, I found this chocolate candy bar just sitting there. I rescued it from being melted or smushed, except the way I rescued it from being melted or smushed was that I ate it. I suppose that it used to be Anthony's. Goodbye, 11 cents. I absolutely was saving the rest of my money. I positively was saving the rest of my money. But then Nick did a magic trick that made my pennies vanish into thin air. And the trick to bring them back, he hasn't learned it yet. Goodbye, 4 cents. Anthony said that even when I'm 199, I still won't have enough for a walkie-talkie. Nick said that they should lock me in a cage. And my father said that there are certain things a boy can never kick, no matter how ratty and mean his brothers are being. And my father made me pay 5 cents for kicking it. Goodbye, nickel. Last Sunday, when I used to be rich, Kathy around the corner had a garage sale. And I only went to look. I looked at a half melted candle, and I really needed that candle. I looked at a bear with one eye, and I needed that bear. I looked at a deck of cards that was perfect, except for no 7 of clubs or no 2 of diamonds. And I didn't need that 7 or that 2 anyway. Goodbye, 20 cents. I absolutely was saving the rest. I positively was saving the rest. I absolutely positively was saving the rest of my money. Except I needed to get some money to save. I tried to make a tooth fall out. I could put it under my pillow and get a quarter. Darn it, no loose teeth. I looked in Pearson's telephone booths for nickels and dimes that people sometimes forgot. No one forgot. I brought some non-refundable bottles down to Friendly's Market, and Friendly's Market wasn't very friendly. I told my grandma and grandpa to come back soon. Last Sunday, when I used to be rich, I used to have $1. I do not have $1 anymore. I've got this dopey deck of cards, I've got this one-eyed bear, and I've got this melted candle. And some bus tokens. The end. I hope that your riches are more than poor Alexander's, and I hope that you enjoyed this story as much as I did.